My sweet Aunt D has lost everything she cares about. This is a travesty, a tragedy. And I mean, you guys left it all on the table. You played it all on the field. And there's one man to blame for this. One man. Bobby Roode.
That's it.
The man
Bobby Roode.
It's your fault, bro. Way to go.
It's your fault.
Take us to the promised land.
Yeah,
Remember?
Put it in the hands of the best. Put it in the hands of the best. You got it. Wait, what happened? Please tell us.
Wait a minute. Shut up!
Oh, God.
You want to blame me for what happened at lockdown? You want to blame me? Blame your aunt. Because it was her insurance policy that double-crossed all of us and screwed us all last Sunday.
But since your aunt isn't here anymore, I say the only person we blame is the insurance policy himself. Bully Ray.
So I say the minute
he walks in this building, we kick his ass. Agree? Agreed.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Agreed.
Rear naked choke after the muscle buster. What's that? Oh my God! This is completely insane. Abyss! Oh, with Janice!
I'm gonna align myself with people who can help me.
He might be damn near unstoppable now.
I've got me a monster.
I want to introduce to you the special referee for tonight's Lethal Lockdown.
Bully Ray is gonna be the ref here. He's the insurance policy. Bobby Roode, he's gonna win this match for his team. You can see it. Insurance policy right in the face of team captain Bobby Roode. Oh my God! What the hell just happened? Queen's been overthrown. MVP's the boss.
Dixie, your time is gone. You can go back to Dixieland and whistle Dixie for all we care, because now is the time of the wrestler.
Complete control of wrestling operations. It's in the hands of MVP. It's a new day in TNA.
What do you think happened? Just calm down.
Tonight, live from Orlando, Florida, it's all the fallout from Sunday's shocking lockdown pay-per-view. How will the new wrestling boss, MVP, impact TNA? Let's find out right now. It is a new era in TNA. This past Sunday, in his hometown of Miami, Florida, MVP captained his team to victory in Lethal Lockdown, and as a result, MVP now in control of wrestling operations. But Taz, how surprising were the actions of Dixie Carter's insurance policy, Bully Ray?
Shocked that we heard Bobby Roode at the tippy top of this show basically tell all these men, you find Bully Ray tonight and whoop him, beat him down. So we'll see how that unfolds. But right now, there's the boss, man. The new boss right here in TNA. His name is MVP. You know, I always liked MVP. You know that, right?
Always. Bandwagon jumper.
It gives me great pleasure to stand here before you today and tell you all that Dixieland is officially closed. What a difference a week makes. Just a little while ago, I was part of an investment group, a minority owner, trying to do what's right here at TNA. Unfortunately, at lockdown, I was, well, let's just say I was part of the winning team. And Dixieland is closed for business. We will move forward in proper fashion. Now, I can't talk about our victory at lockdown without touching on one very important point. Bully Ray. I don't know what motivates a man like Bully Ray to do the things that he does, and I won't attempt to speak for him. He will have time to come out here and address you on his own. But I will say that regardless of his past, he will be treated like everyone else here going forward, and he will be given an opportunity to compete on equal footing just like everybody else. Now let's get down to business. I know the question in everybody's mind is, now that I am the director of wrestling operations, how will I direct wrestling operations going forward? And it's a very simple policy. It's the MVP principle. Motivate, validate, and participate. I will attempt to motivate all of the talent to do what's right. And if you have a beef, I will validate your beef by giving you an opportunity to come right here in this ring in front of you fans and square that beef out. And if you are still out of line, then being that I'm a very hands-on owner, I will participate in the disciplinary action that follows. It's not complicated. Motivate, validate, participate. It's just that simple. See, I'm a firm...
Well, we can validate something right now. This man walking out remains the World Heavyweight Champion. His name is Magnus and was the victor at Lockdown this past Sunday in Miami.
Yeah, but how fortunate was Magnus in Miami? World Heavyweight Champion, in my eyes, on the verge of losing his world title to Samoa Joe. But Magnus, I'm going to say it, he escaped with the championship thanks to the shocking return, and it was a shock of the Monster Abyss.
It was a shock. I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, the World Heavyweight Champion remains the World Heavyweight Champion. That big shiny belt on that custom-made suit. And that man is Magnus. Like it or not, he's the man, and I respect that.
By any means necessary?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your champion speaking. And the MVP principle may just be the single most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Even more ridiculous than your title run?
Why don't you stop wasting people's time and listen to me for a minute? Speaking of time, while Dixie Carter was wasting her time whilst Dixie was wasting her time trying to keep control of wrestling operations and fumbling the ball, I was spending my time running with that ball and kicking it right through the uprights and remaining the heavyweight champion of the world, your heavyweight champion of the world. And I'm...
Well, no matter what Magnus says, it was the Monster Abyss, his sick weapon, Janice, that were the difference makers at Lockdown in that World Championship match. And how about this new look?
Yeah, I dig that mask and that jacket. I mean, it looks like a totally... Looks like Abyss has had a makeover. Let's put it that way. And yeah, definitely stated his claim. Definitely assisted Magnus in retaining that world title. But at the end of the day, I respect what Magnus did. He hooked that rear naked choke on Joe by hook off crook and remained champ. Magnus used his brain.
And Abyss, his brawn, because without his involvement, I think we might be celebrating Joe as a new champion tonight.
You know, for once, I actually agree with you. For the first time in my life, I agree with these mouth breathers. Because what you're looking at is the Monster Abyss. But unlike the Jim Mitchells and the Eric Youngs who have come before me, I don't look at this man as a freak. I don't look at this man as a sideshow to be exploited for my own personal gain. No. You're only part monster, Abyss. you're a machine, and that machine has received a big-time upgrade courtesy of the world's champion, because this man is not only motivated by destruction and devastation, he